Did you know that not all mullein stalks work great for making friction fire? One of these works good and one of them doesn't. This one's a little bit more gray. This one's more colorful. Orange has still got some fluff on the outside of it here. Let me show you which one works better and why. Let's start out with one of these gray ones and just show you what happens. When you want to have something to catch your ember, you can use a leaf or another piece of wood, or sometimes I just use a knife blade. And I hold down the fireboard with my foot and start off just slowly. Not a lot of pressure. I'm just warming up the notch here. Warming up the wood here and allowing dust to fall into my notch. Smoke a little bit. But I like to, when I reach back up to the top with my hands, I hold it down and then come up here. Smoking really good, so I'm gonna give it a lot of pressure. Okay, let's see what we got. I used one of these gray stalks here, and my char here, it's just too big and grainy. It's not right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. It should feel a lot more fine than this. And that's the problem I found with these grayer stalks that I think are older. So they just disintegrate faster. They fall apart, and for that reason, they don't make good friction fires. You can maybe make it work, but I have not had good success with these gray stalks. So now let's try some of these lighter, or these oranger stalks here. So again, I'm just starting off slow. I'm not putting a lot of downward pressure, maybe a pound. I'm just warming it up. Okay, it's smoking just a little bit now.
Whoa. Dad, look at this rock. It's so cool.
Okay, I'm gonna give it some good downward pressure now. Give it what I can and see if we can get an ember. One more. There we go. We got an ember going. It's a different looking stalk. I'm gonna put this in the bird's nest and see if we can blow it into flame here. You got a few minutes. I've timed it before. I think I've had one of these embers glow for around 5 minutes. So before you start making friction fire with mullein, you're gonna wanna make a bird's nest. I just got a bunch of dead grass, some dried mullein leaves in here. We'll put our live ember in here and then hopefully blow that to flame. So you got your bird's nest already. I'm gonna drop it right in here.
Is that pretty hot?
Yeah, it's a little bit warm. Watch out, you're walking on the stalks there. What you got there, bud?
A mullein stalk.
A mullein stalk. The grass is a little bit damp. It did rain the other night. It might take a little bit to get this going. There's flame. Got some fire, finally. Another question you might have is, how thick of a stalk should I have? How thick should the tip of my stalk be here? Well, I've found that these smaller ones are quite a bit easier at making an ember with. It's a lot less surface area for it to make friction on the wood here, so it's easier to spin. I've made embers with all of these here, even this bigger one here, which is bigger than my little pinky finger. And these smaller ones I find ideal, like this size, which is smaller than my little finger. Not by much, but these are just easier to make friction fire with, for me at least. Now with your hearth board here, or your fire board, it can be 1/2 inch or thicker, maybe even smaller would be fine. I could do it right here. Let's start a burn-in right here, as you call it. So before you even cut the notch that goes in here, you do a burn-in. So you take your knife, poke it in, make a little divot for your mullein stalk to spin in there. You want to get it a good spot for it to sit in. There, something like that. So that we can set this stalk in here and burn a spot in there. And just spin it in that little divot until we start smoking and we burn a little spot there. There, that's called your burn-in. Now that we've got our burn-in done right here, we can take our knife and cut a little notch. Cut a little notch in right here. I like to go maybe a third of the way into our burn-in there. There we go, there's our notch right there. Now we're ready to make friction fire and fill that up with char. How hot do you think this char has to get before it ignites? Now, if you enjoyed this video, you'll probably also enjoy the Rudiger roll. Check out that video. The link will be in the description when you're done with this one. But another question you might have is, how long of a stalk should I choose? Well, I like them to be long enough that when I go like this, my knee's at a 90, that my hands can be up at a 90 also like this, so that I can have enough room to get a good spin down. Yeah, Patch? Yeah, don't play with the glass. So that length for me, it's usually from my fingertips all the way to my shoulder. That's a length I like. If your stalk is crooked, it's gonna wanna wobble and flop around once you get down back here, and that's no good. So this is the length that I like. You got a fire stick?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to spin up another ember.
And you can fire on here.
Okay.
Then I want to do which one you did or not.
You wanna try it?
Yeah.
Okay. And don't get too discouraged.
I'm trying this one, that one.
Okay. Don't get too discouraged if you don't get this right away.
Why?
You'll end up getting a lot of blisters a lot of times, but I want you to be able to experience the joy of making it with just sticks you find in the woods. There's something magical about it once you get a fire going.
Where's your backpack? Oh, here it is. We should hide the squid, Dad.
Should we hide it in the video?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that already. There's a squid hidden in the video. The boys hide it for me.
But I didn't. But then I did.
Let's see if we got an ember going. Let's see. Yep, we got one.
What?
Okay, hang on.
Oh, yay. I thought you were going to get one.
Let's show them the ember. So that ember is going there. That's a live ember that we're able to just twirl up. If you have the right stalk, the right wood, which a lot of soft woods work. I've seen people use punk wood before and stuff, but cedar is what I always seem to come back to. Cedar works very well, and you want to use the outer ring of the tree, or the sapwood, I think they call it, and not the heartwood. Excuse you. The heartwood's a little bit too hard on cedar, I found. Just want to make sure your fireboard here is very dry, your stalk is dry. Moisture can be a big factor in determining whether or not you're going to get this. Choosing the right stalk, not one that's too old. And another thing that might just take some time to learn is learning how to spin the stalk in here. I do a lot of it with my palms here and just spin it between my hands. And then there's called a floating hand technique, which maybe you won't start doing this right away, but it's something you could learn to help you make it better, is you pivot your hand up when you push through. That way you can keep your hand in one place versus going down all the time. but when you really are trying to get a lot of pressure down, you kind of have to go down the stalk. Here's what the squid looks like that the boys hit in the video. The reason we have a squid as our mascot is a group of squid is called a squad. Thanks for watching, and I hope you get a friction fire going. We'll see you in the next one.